This episode of Unqualified is brought to you by State Farm, who has surprisingly great rates for your auto insurance. In 1999, my mom recorded me in our family room, delivering the lines for what I thought was a horror movie. My mom read the other roles, and I thought she gave a much better performance than I did. There was even a moment when I seriously considered not sending the tape because that would require a trip to the post office and an entire day's salary for postage. Not that I had a paying job. I was surprised when I received a phone call asking if I could audition in person. Then I realized that the casting director must have mixed up my tape with someone else's. I could have pointed out the error, but I'd never been to LA and wanted to go. So my parents gave me airline miles, and I flew to Los Angeles, Burbank actually, where I auditioned every day for a week and slept on 3 different couches. At the week's end, my friend with the least comfortable couch offered to drive me to the airport, and because at the time it was hard to find good Mexican food in Washington State, I wanted one last burrito. My pager began buzzing just as our nachos arrived. There was a payphone in the back of the restaurant, and when I returned the page, I was told that I got the role. It was one of the biggest surprises of my life. I was also surprised to learn that Scary Movie was actually a comedy. This was after my audition. Speaking of nice surprises, State Farm provides coverage that meets your needs at a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Anna, thank you for the Game of Thrones wine. We're drinking Game of Thrones wine right now. This is not a sponsor. I'm really into Game of Thrones now, thanks to you and Amy.
Oh, are we going to have a Game
Season
of Thrones
3.
podcast?
We should have a Game of Thrones. There's like 7 of them right now. We'll add to the mix.
I know. Listen, I love the show. Until you're caught up with me, we can't talk about this.
We can't. You're right. And you almost spoiled a few things for me, so I don't want you to do that again.
I did not.
Just let's not talk about it.
No.
We can't talk about Game of Thrones anymore.
All I said was, how are the Starks doing?
Right. No, but those are leading questions. You can't do that.
No, that was not a leading question. I was just like, what's going on with the Starks?
But now the entire time I'm thinking the 9th episode of season 3, the Red Wedding.
Yeah.
I was excited, like, this wedding looks great. And then Amy sitting next to you right now with the baby, with our baby, she said something like, you think it's a nice wedding right now. Of course I knew what was going to happen.
He said, I wish I was at that wedding.
Right. And then Amy did not need to say anything. She should have just said nothing and let us watch the show. But of course she said, trust me, you don't want to be at this wedding.
That's true, Amy. You could have said something like, oh, yeah, I do. I love weddings, especially in fictional, non-existent times, I guess. I don't know.
I kind of wanted to be the one to get the reaction.
Of course, you just had a baby. Of course, you should be able to do that. I think you should, in fact, as a form of punishment, leave little clues, inside of his deodorant, or just be like,
please don't.
Amy and Sim, I have to talk about your baby.
By the way, he loves you.
Gorgeous.
He's been a complete angel with you. You've been holding him for the last 20 minutes.
I was so nervous because I always feel like I don't know how to hold a baby, but he's beautiful and he's just.
Thank you for saying that.
He's
look at him. He's so cute.
Man, he's just a miracle.
Yes.
And
he's losing his hair. He's a receding hairline now. Poor guy.
Well, I know a good wig maker. Let's get him extensions.
Please, that'd be amazing. I wanted to say, okay, so we got a message from Fiona, and Fiona is in England. She actually has a message for you.
Oh.
She said, hi guys, I'm writing to try and convince Anna to take chefs off her no date list. My husband is a chef and is one of the most caring, peaceful people you'll meet. Don't believe what Gordon Ramsay tells you about chefs. I get home from work on his days off and dinner is ready for me, and it's always delicious. You basically have your very own private chef in your house. Don't paint them all with the same angry brush. Some of them are real keepers. Okay, but she said some.
Whoa. The way you read that, though, was with an angry tone. What if I read this letter from Dear Fiona, who's completely right, but here's what she says.
First of all, I was defending you here. I was on your side.
But then you started to get all angry. I get home from work on his days off and dinner is ready for me and it's always delicious. You basically have your very own private chef in your house. Don't let them. I think that she's actually saying, hey, Anna, you're incredible. I get home from work on his days off and dinner is ready for me and it's always delicious. So you basically have your very own private chef in your house. Don't paint them all with the same rain brush. Some of them are real keepers. Love, Fiona.
That sounded angrier. That sounded like there's some deep-seated stuff going on. And like
there probably is. But Fiona, you're completely right. And truth is, I've never dated a chef. So I really, dear listeners, full disclosure, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
We're going to get David Chang on the show. And when we get David Chang on, you can ask him straight up, are you difficult to date?
Okay. I will.
All right.
You're looking at me like I won't.
No, I know you will.
Fiona, thank you so much. And you're completely right. If you guys ever come to LA, please have your husband cook for me. I would love that. Thanks, Fiona. Okay.
So Rebecca wrote in, and she wrote in about last week's call. Do you remember Amanda? And Amanda, she's pregnant with her second child, and her husband asked if he could plan a trip with his siblings to go to Iceland.
That's right.
And
right. I've thought a lot about this call.
Right. Amanda was annoyed to find out that her husband's siblings were bringing their significant others on the trip, and that she wasn't invited. And I told her that her husband shouldn't be itching to leave his pregnant wife on a trip and that he's being selfish. And you said that her annoyance is completely justifiable, that she should use her mother-in-law as a resource. And you also said that Amanda should be cautious when bringing up her emotions to her husband, as the situation is delicate and could cause lasting resentment. So,
did you read all of that back because we were wrong?
Rebecca in Tennessee, she wrote in, "Hey, Sam and Anna, I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for an amazing podcast. I look forward to listening to every episode on Tuesdays." Well, thank you, Rebecca. I'm writing this email because as a mom who was in a very similar situation as Amanda, as in the kid's age, I had an urge to let her know she is right. When I had my second child, my firstborn was a little over 1.5 years old. I basically took care of all three of us alone while working full-time because my partner was working full-time and completing barber school at night. Amanda, this is not about being confrontational. It is about being assertive. It is absolutely selfish that your husband will be going on a trip while you have a newborn with another baby in the house. Your body and mind needs all the help you can get. While it is great that your mother-in-law will help, she did not have this baby. Your husband is perfectly capable of helping you and should not go on this trip. He should treat you like a damn queen. Even though you say you're not confrontational, this is about being a family and a good spouse. Tell him how you really feel, because if you don't, when that second baby comes and you're going crazy juggling life and two babies, you will resent him. Not because you are a jealous or spiteful person, but because you are right. He should not be going on a trip so soon and without you. Stand up for what you deserve, Mama. And Sim, congrats on your baby boy from a mama of two wild boys. Thank you, Rebecca.
Rebecca, thank you so much. And fuck yeah.
All right, so now let's get to Emily Ratajkowski.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Intuit, powering products like TurboTax, QuickBooks, Mint, and Credit Karma. Intuit works for what you work for, and it was only recently that I found out they were working for me. I've been using QuickBooks for years and more recently began using Mint, which is an easy way to create monthly budgets. It was a bit surprising to realize how much I could save by learning how to make coffee. With Intuit, artificial intelligence can predict your future cash flow, recognize a misplaced digit in an account or routing number, and even connect users with live experts who can assist with navigating life changes or help with unique tax situations. Everything is automatically organized as you track your personal or business expenses by scanning receipts, invoices, and other financial documents, while smart budgeting tools let you know before you overspend. Innovative features like these make managing your finances simple, but as you probably already knew, innovation is at the core of everything Intuit does. Discover how Intuit's products can help you see what's possible at intuit.com. That's INTUIT.com. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Best Fiends. We all know there really is only one match 3 style game worth playing. It's the one with an actual storyline, cool collectible characters, and non-stop action-packed adventure. It's the one with literally thousands of challenging puzzles to solve. And yes, I'm using the word literally correctly. Of course, I'm talking about Best Fiends. You meet your best fiends early in their careers. They don't have much experience, but they have heart. I recognized a little piece of myself in each of them. And so I began to assemble the perfect team. I watched them grow as we solved puzzle after puzzle, working hard and playing hard. Today, my best fiends are ready to go anytime and anywhere. I'm really proud of what they have become. With new challenges and levels added all the time, there's never a boring moment. So download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R, Best Fiends.
I'm like, wow, I've never showed up on a press tour doing in sweats and I'm eating chocolate.
Cake if you give me that necklace.
No, sorry. That doesn't seem like a good deal.
But anytime a guest comes, they always give me something.
A piece of jewelry.
They value.
The most valuable thing on them.
I'm very charming.
I get it. You are. You really are. I mean, you're feeding me cookies.
Yeah,
No. Those are off limits. I'll give you like my old Reebok sneakers.
It's been so great having you, Emily. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Okay, so wait, I know you've been on your press tour for Welcome Home. Okay, the best part, you rented a car and you zipped around.
This was a pretty low budget movie and the whole thing takes place in Italy. So when I first was like talking to producers and Aaron signed on and stuff, I was like, I really hope we don't end up doing like, somewhere in the middle of nowhere for Italy, which is usually how these things go. Italy is pretty amazing and we got to shoot there and it's really not that big of a country. So I had a car and every weekend, we were shooting 12-hour days, but like Saturday mornings I'd wake up and just drive to Tuscany, Cinque Terre. I went to Florence. Afterwards I stayed and I went to Puglia.
Oh, you did? I haven't been to Puglia. Did you love it?
Oh my God, it's so cool.
Dude,
it's very
I just
different.
put on mascara.
You look great.
But thank you. That's really sweet of you. You look fucking amazing.
Thanks.
But do I have mascara on my face? I'm terrible at applying
No,
makeup.
actually, you don't.
I suddenly
you
got
just have really
self-conscious.
long eyelashes. It looks like
kind of interview.
It worked.
I'm just in my own head all the time, thinking about like myself.
I feel you. Aren't we all?
Emily.
Aren't we all?
So wait, did you go down to like the Amalfi area?
Yeah, I actually did that before, and it's so beautiful, but it was like the middle of summer, so you don't always want to be there at that time. Puglia is like more of a Grecian vibe. It's very, it's on the Adriatic, so it's a totally different sort of like undiscovered by Americans place. And I was celebrating my birthday, so a bunch of friends came out and we rented a house and just had the best time.
Happy 46th.
Thank you. I'm getting up there.
So, but with shooting in Italy, I mean, I imagine it was like incredibly warm and I don't know. Sometimes like it feels so glamorous and then when you're actually doing it, like the practicalities.
No,
of,
it's
like,
not glamorous. We were like cold in a old monastery that's become a winery, like in our little rooms, like under weird blankets being like, oh, is it time for our coverage? But luckily
I'm imagining like a super itchy blanket.
Yeah, it's itchy. For some reason it was itchy. It's like the old dust of the bricks.
They're like made out of brooms.
Yeah, exactly.
Like old nonas.
Yeah. But it was awesome.
For centuries.
I mean, when you're eating gnocchi every day for lunch and like wrapping with red wine, you're in a good place.
Fuck.
Yeah. You're in a very good place. Honestly. And like, listen, I know that there's a lot of movies that like people are miserable on and then they end up being incredible movies. But I will say like this was one of those ones where the fact that everyone was happy, I think made the movie better.
Well, and like, I do think you're right about morale. That because you work long hours and and we're so fucking privileged to be working in this industry and to be working at all or whatever. But I think that people, but it's intense. Where I mean, people are following you to like hear you pee or whatever. Like it's like
there's no time to yourself.
Yeah, and emotionally demanding as well. And
I don't know. I think
You're in your head during a podcast. You're definitely in your head when you're shooting a movie.
Yeah.
It's your job not to be.
And this was right, exactly. And this was an emotionally demanding role.
Yeah. I mean, what's cool, and the reason I took this part really was because the first, I'd say 20 minutes of the movie, you're like, oh, this basic girl who's like having these basic relationship problems, like relatable, sweet, whatever. And then she just has such a darker side to her, and she becomes kind of the most complicated character in the movie.
Heck yeah.
Which I like. So, there's some definite like female rage happening, which I'm into.
I love it.
Yeah. Everyone's like, wow, you really went there. I'm like, I will do that once a week if you want me to. I'm like, I'll go there anytime.
Okay, so you just recently got married. I know, I never want to press my guests for anything they don't want to talk about.
I'm down to talk about it a lot.
All right, but just shut me down.
Right.
My feelings will not be hurt.
Okay.
I mean, they will, but I won't tell you.
It wouldn't be personal, let me tell you.
Did you guys go on a honeymoon? You just recently got married.
Yeah, my marriage was pretty unconventional. We like made the decision together and then like picked a date sort of like the week of and went down to City Hall in New York. So our honeymoon, quote unquote, had already been booked as just like a trip that we were going to take. But then it ended up being like a week and a half after we got married, and so we treated it like a honeymoon, and it was great.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the whole thing in general, which I'm not sure I want to go into right now. But
no, I feel you.
I definitely believe in a honeymoon.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what's funny is like, I actually used to say the opposite. I was like, I'm going to have a wedding, but I'll never actually get married. And I kind of did the opposite, but it was great. I mean, it was just like for him and me really, and our closest friends.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And we didn't have to like worry about, aunt whatever that we haven't talked to in 3 years, feeling like we love them.
Right.
Which we are going to do because
it was just
those
like,
aunts
fuck
are
everybody.
very mad right now.
Right now.
So I got to have a party for them. And also I want to wear a lot of dresses and like dance around.
So we are, and
you're invited.
Yes, thank you.
No, I mean, I don't know when it's going to happen. It's not
so grateful. I'll be the fucking ass. So no one else, like that will be my
love
duty.
that. You're like, God, they're like, wow, do you know who was at her wedding? Did you see her? Did you see her over there?
Fuck, when's the time for my monologue? Fuck yes.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'll be the ass so everyone else can be less of an ass.
Yeah, our idea though is that we're on a like perpetual honeymoon. That's the goal.
I love that.
We're trying, My parents are actually, they just left. They were visiting me right before I came here, and they're coming up on their 28th year of marriage. And I was like, that's a very long time.
I feel like if we had a big audience, this is when we were supposed to be like applauding. Like, yay!
Yeah. I know. My mom pointed out, she was like, no, but we were together for a really long time before that. And then my dad was like, well, off and on. And I was like, oh, the tea spilleth over. But still, that's a long relationship.
And it's all been good with them. My brother and I talk about the reason why I bring this up. My parents have been married for 50 years.
Wow.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you just like shun. Wow. You
That's
just
what I
shunned
fucking do.
my parents.
I was just holding that little nugget in there.
You're like, has 50.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
Woo, woo. But you're like, now this is a stand-up ovation.
But my brother and I, we both have been divorced twice now, and we talk about like, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, that felt like the right moment.
Listen, no, but things can be viewed in different.
I don't think divorce
lenses.
is failure, by the way. I think like that's like some old school shit. Like my mom was divorced before she married my dad, and she's always like, it's like, it's embarrassing to tell people that I was divorced. And I'm like, is it?
It sounds like we got to the bottom of the story with the off and honor.
No, different off and honor, believe it or not. I'm like, it's a long, we could do the whole podcast.
What's your mom's name, Emily?
No, we're not.
Okay, fine. But yay, Emily's mom.
Yeah, get it.
Get it before you settle down.
Sorry, I totally interrupted you though.
No. But my brother and I talk a lot about, we are the product of a successful marriage and a beautiful marriage. How, like, wouldn't all logic be that we would be headed for success in terms of like a long-term marriage. And I think, I don't know, we've come to a few different conclusions. I think that we both were hopeless romantics, partly because of that, and maybe not cynical enough to some degree.
Right.
Yeah, and linked into that is sort of what we talk about here on the podcast sometimes is like trying to make a bad thing work when you don't always see it,
Right. And like that goes back to the idea of like walking away as failure, which I actually don't think that's true. I mean,
yeah. Yes, no, you're right. It actually feels sometimes like a pretty courageous move.
Yeah, and like happiness is ultimately the most important thing. Like, I mean, yes, like it's sad when something that you wanted to work doesn't work, but also like if you're happier without it.
And there's also the public. I have a lot of blurry thoughts about this, but like the declaration in front of people that you love that you are making a lifetime commitment, and then having to backtrack from that, like sort of the embarrassment of like,
everyone we know,
right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that I don't think, maybe I'm naive about this, but I don't think that people actually judge one as harshly as we think they are.
Totally.
Or I could be completely wrong about that.
I mean, I think it is generational, honestly. Like, I do think that people like, I don't know, 50, 60 and above, like they think of marriage, like divorce, that was it was something very different.
Right.
In their lifetimes.
Right.
And I don't know, for me, like if one of my friends or even an acquaintance got married and then got divorced, I'd be like, well, are you happy?
Right.
You better now?
Exactly.
Like,
right.
And that's I think the important thing about life in general is like nobody has all the answers. So the whole thing you can do is just be supportive and hope that they're doing things for the right reasons. And I feel like usually divorce is for the right reasons. Like people don't just get divorced like selfishly. They get divorced because they're like, we're miserable or you hurt me or you know what I mean?
I don't know. I was bored a few times.
That's also okay. You can be bored.
No.
But also like if you were,
maybe that
okay.
yeah, thank you.
Maybe you were a little bored.
I don't know.
Your face is saying a lot of different things. You're a very, very expressive person.
Oh, I'm the worst poker player.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
I can't.
You're like Leslie Bullard? I like watch you like going through so
I know.
It's too bad that you have a podcast. People need to see your face. This is an emotional roller coaster. Whoa.
I think you're the first podcast guest that's actually called me out on that.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry.
No. Because it's so true. I really don't know. I can't stop the neurons that are like firing off. There's only 2 of them in my brain that like somehow translates my facial expressions. I can't stop them. I wish I could.
That's cool though.
Sometimes I really wish I could.
You've done all right by it, so you know.
Thanks, Emily. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
I'm nervous
so cool.
about pronouncing your last name.
It's
I didn't know
easy,
probably everyone fucking is, and I'm so sorry.
It's honestly, the truth is that like people in Europe say it differently than people here, and so there's really no like ultimate correct way.
Can I guess?
Yeah, do it. Go for it.
Okay.
I don't think this is gonna go well for you.
Emily Ratajkowski.
Ooh, that was cute though.
Well, it's so funny. I'm known for my comedy. Okay, Emily Ratajkowski.
Yes, that was right.
Oh, thanks. Michael Sherman told me to not pronounce the J.
Yeah, okay, well then you cheated. So.
I know.
Michael
Ratajkowski.
Sherman.
But wait, how do they pronounce it in Europe?
Ratajkowski.
Oh, that's sexy.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's the Polish way of saying it. Yeah, so the whole like J is silent thing, I don't actually know exactly how that started, but that's what I've been taught my whole life, so that's what I go for.
I know. I have this Anna thing that I blame my parents for, and because I do like ridiculous comedies, I've been accused of like, oh, you're being pretentious. And it's like, yes, I want fucking dramatic work. Of course I do. I would like to win a fucking Oscar. Okay? Is that what you want from me? But this has been the name that I've known since I could hear.
At least like people they go for it. Like my last name, like I've always had like telemarketers, anyone, reporters are like, Emily read it.
Oh, what about talk shows? Do they ever fuck it up?
I feel like they have, but I feel like people are really sensitive
like,
to it
here's
now.
Emily.
Yeah, and then you know
That's sort of what I was doing too.
No, but I mean, listen, it's fair. It's fair. Everyone wanted me to change it, and I was like, absolutely not.
I think the big worry though is like if you want to be close to somebody and that the big fear is like you're going to offend them.
Yeah, I'm okay. So I don't know if you're this way, but I'm definitely this way. Like, I am not good at remembering people's names, and it is so not about them. Like, it's 0% about them. I need to see something written. If I don't see their name written, then I don't know who they are. I call everyone by their Instagram names. It's like not okay. But it has nothing to do with how much I like them. And so I've just learned if people don't remember my name or they don't say it right, it's not personal. Like, it really
I think
isn't.
that so here's my boring theory about this. It's like when you have a face-to-face introduction with somebody, you're focused on sort of who, like, digesting who they are, making eye contact, hoping that you're coming across as like,
Yeah, you're worried about yourself.
So it's like, hey, I'm blank.
Right.
Like, it's suddenly like your brain turns, the mute button goes on because it's a moment of sort of self-absorption in a fucked up way.
Totally. Yeah. Because you're like worried about their impression of you more than, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think so.
Hi, I'm Anna.
Hey, Anna. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Ooh,
great to
that's
see
a
you
good
too.
one. That's a
It's
good
great
one.
to see you too.
That's a good trick, by the way.
It's great to see
You
you.
were like waiting to turn around for the last 5 minutes. You kept like peeking over at me, and then you finally turn around, and the first words are, "Hi, I'm Anna."
I was just wondering who the creepy dude to my left was.
In the corner.
As if we have been doing this for 150 episodes.
Oh, Sim, overconfident. Come on.
Yeah, no. What do you mean?
I thought it was funny.
It was funny. I thought it was.
I thought it was-
It was like
yeah.
a C plus.
Okay, Emily thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny.
Thanks, Emily. Emily's on my team.
I've
Sim is
enjoyed
over
it.
there just being like silent.
What are you talking about? I'm enjoying this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sim just had a baby.
I just had a baby.
Wow. A boy or girl?
Boy.
And like just had a baby, like how
A month. Yeah.
So how are you
look
sleeping?
at that fake smile. Look at him.
We have a night nurse a
we
few
might
nights
have
a
to
week.
record
Okay,
that
that's
smile.
nice.
On those nights, I'm sleeping.
Michael
Okay.
Sherman,
Yeah.
would you mind taking a picture of Sim's smile? Will you do that smile again?
What?
It was like this.
Yeah.
It was like we just had a baby.
Yeah.
I was
just
sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
we
it?
just had a baby.
Yeah. That's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you
His
so
baby's
much.
beautiful, but kind of a fucking dick already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
How
Right?
so?
Cry needy.
But isn't that like what babies do?
I know.
Loves
Every hour and a half
tits.
needs to be fed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Right.
sounds like every baby.
We're very excited. Thank
Yeah,
you so
that
much.
is really exciting. How's your
No,
wife?
you know what he's excited for?
much harder for her.
Yes.
Amy's fucking awesome.
I think baby. Do you have kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a
So,
6 yeah.
Oh, amazing. That's
Well,
wow.
that's when it starts to get really fun.
Right. And then they turn 9 and they're like assholes. Right?
Yeah.
You've got like a window there. Or like maybe it's like more like my husband and I were talking about having kids and we're like, people don't realize like once you have a baby, like it's not like you just have a baby. You have like a person that you will forever be responsible for. And like our friends are like, I want a baby. It's like, yeah, they're a baby for like 3 years and then they're not. And we were like, imagine having a 9-year-old. Like, Jesus Christ.
I know.
You know, like that's
like-
what happens. They get old.
Early on, you know how like our concept of time, like I started to, when I first got on birth control, I was like, fuck, time is passing. And this is a
yeah.
way for like time to be regulated. And fuck, it's passing quickly. This is interesting. And then next thing you know, it's like that with well, when you stop taking birth control and then you have a kid and suddenly it's like, oh fuck, like your aging is reminding me of my aging,
Yeah.
and now I resent you for this.
Yeah. I mean, same can be said with like parents and stuff.
So you just numb yourself. you
Yeah.
know?
You're like, it's cool now. You're 7 now. You're 8 now. I'm 100.
This is so depressing.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry, Sim, but
It's
you're
not that
gonna laugh
depressing.
one day
Yeah.
when you're fully numb. And then, with any luck, we'll have that euphoric dementia that I always
I want that.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Do you know about the euphoric dementia?
No, but it sounds great.
It's
I'm like,
the kind of
where can
dementia
I
where you
get
don't
it?
linger in bitterness. You linger in like a happy memory.
Sick.
Yeah, it's like
That's
10%
what we can all hope for,
I know,
right?
right? It's like
It's like a pleasant.
That's
That's basically all we want.
I was about to say the time I lost my virginity, but I was like, no, that would be the other kind of dementia.
That's hilarious.
Because truly, do you know any woman who's like, oh my god, losing
the
my
first
virginity
time
was
was
the best?
so no. I actually was thinking about like I remember saying to someone like, yeah, like losing your virginity is like really overrated. And it was to a guy, and he like shot me the weirdest look, like, what? And I was like, oh, we have really different experiences with this, huh? Yeah, it's interesting.
was
I think
like-
guys are
was
like,
that-
holy shit, changed my life.
It wasn't
You
the
know?
guy that you lost your virginity.
No,
Oh.
that probably wouldn't have been very nice. No, it was not. It was a different guy, but it was a guy.
Yeah, but I imagine that he was probably thinking, if I lost my virginity to you, that would be like that would be that poor person, whoever you lost your virginity to, Emily. I feel sorry for that. That is a particular kind of hell.
Well, they're doing all right. I think they're okay.
But no, I'm sure they're fine. But you know, you're fucking stunning. But
Thanks, man.
I actually was thinking before you got here, like, I wanted to talk to you about your beauty, but I also fucking feel like that must be such a thing that people talk about all the time with you. And I want to like talk about things like that, but also, I don't know how you relate to it.
I mean, I guess I
and-
try to like make that conversation interesting, like about beauty, and like always bring it to like larger ideas about women and feminism and stuff, so that at least when someone's like, so what's it like, we can like have an interesting conversation.
Yeah. And I don't know. I have a few questions that I haven't like quite formulated, and maybe it's for after the podcast. Maybe I'll think about asking you them. But
I'll give you my number. You can call me late at night.
I would love that. Are you sure?
Yeah, man.
Like
I'm down.
2:13 a.m.
That's a weird
The Ambien wore off.
Yeah. So,
Emily, hey, remember
that's
me?
what time the Ambien wears off. That's brutal.
It does for me. I've
That's early. That's really early, man. I guess you're going to sleep early.
It's
though.
true.
Yeah,
It's
you're
true.
6-year-old.
When you go to bed at 6:48.
Whoa, I'm learning a lot about your wife, honestly. I'm like, okay, so maybe I'll hold off on children for a few years more. Okay, cool.
Okay, so wait, we have a section called deal breakers that we do with guests.
Cool.
And sort of regardless of if you're down for it, but you can say no. But if you're down for it, we tell our guests to imagine that they're single.
Sick.
So
Love it.
okay, are you
Totally,
sure?
I'm down. I
All right.
love imagining things like this.
Okay,
I love how you ask for consent for everything. That's
I do
very
because
nice.
because I feel like I've been in
you've done it,
like
yeah,
I don't want anyone to ever feel trapped. I want everyone to feel like they would want to come back.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm really nice. I'm the nicest. I truly am. I'm one of the nicer people I know.
Ever. Just period. I'm just one of the nicer people.
I was actually thinking today
Euphoric dementia.
because I was watching this Whitney Cummings clip on when she went on Conan, and she does this like psychological dating test, and the first question is, what animal do you love the most?
Wow.
And she does it to Conan and to Andy Richter, and Conan's like a grizzly bear for these reasons, and Andy's like an octopus for these reasons. And then she asks a couple more questions, and then she circles back and says, okay, well, the animal that you love the most represents you, how you see yourself. And I was like, that's kind of interesting. Because when I thought about the animal that I love the most, it was like a wolf.
Oh.
Yeah, but I didn't know that the answer would be like, I didn't know that she was going to reveal that that's how you view yourself. And I was like, I like
that you're a wolf.
Oh, thanks. I don't know if I am, but anyway.
We need some like Freudian analysis.
I should have
going on.
asked you the question before I explained.
Yeah, you can't ask me that question now, dude.
I know. Fuck.
Blew that. It's not gonna work. Like,
Sim,
Yes.
what is your favorite animal?
I'm a lion now.
I'm a motherfucking lion.
But maybe you're one of those
I didn't know if I wouldn't know what I would say before. I would say like a dog or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, but then now it's a lion.
No, you wouldn't have.
Probably.
No.
Oh, are you going to assign me an animal?
I'm really walking into something.
I know. I have to think about this. Definitely not an ocean creature. Yeah, and I don't think you're a winged creature.
Okay.
Maybe you are.
So a mammal or a reptile of some
Maybe you're like a macaw.
Macaw.
Macaw parrot, you know.
It's so insulting.
I know. I was trying to rib you.
It's the worst one.
I know.
No, but they'll live to like 80.
Okay. Wait, do you want to be a carnivore? Of course you want to be a carnivore, but I don't think you are. I think you're an omnivore.
Oh, God, this is heavy.
This is really.
But you're not an herbivore, so that's good news.
Okay.
That is good news.
And
You'll get back to me on this. Our listeners are going to write in.
You can't wait. Yeah.
Our listeners are going to write in with their.
Hey, dear listeners, this is a good listener challenge. Will you please write in what animal you guys think Sim is?
And Anna and Emily as well. Let's just do all three of us.
Great.
Love it. Okay, great.
Great. Do you want to confess your animal?
I honestly don't know. Like, people ask these kind of questions, and it's like the same thing as like favorite color. I'm like, I don't know. I like a lot of colors.
I know.
Like a lot of animals.
I feel like you're sort of a winged.
Oh, I
do. I feel like you might be a little bit of a bird of prey, like a peregrine falcon. Like,
sick.
Like you're incredibly fast.
Oh, wow.
You're not the largest of all
the beasts in the air,
right? But you don't need to be.
Thanks,
because you're incredibly crafty and quick.
I'm gonna
and
hang
sexy.
out with you more. Making me feel good.
Poor Sim, he's like a
Guess what?
warthog over there.
Macaw.
The macaw.
This episode is brought to you in part by Plant Botanical. As everyone slowly comes out of hiding, many of you are asking the same questions. Am I ready for actual human contact? Should I swipe right? Will they look like their picture? Do I look like my picture? Is that the face of an axe murderer? Do I really want to take off these sweats? And for those of you who get that far, what drink should I be casually sipping? I have the answer to that one. While your date sits awkwardly silent, stunned by your good looks, dazzled by your intellect, or wondering how to dispose of your body, the drink in your hand should be delicious, refreshing, crisp, clean, Plant Botanical Vodka Seltzer. Weighing in at only 1 carb, made with real fruit and botanicals traditionally used for stamina, immunity, and detox, Plant Botanical is already thinking about your future encounters. Follow and DM @PlantLovesYou and share a story or video of your funniest, wildest, or most awkward date for a chance to win up to $1,000 for your next one. Plant Botanical, your perfect companion while you look for your perfect companion. Available at Target, Pavilions, Vons, Total Wine, or visit PlantLovesYou.com to find a store near you. Plant Vodka and Vodka Seltzer. Just the good shit. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by The Pill Club. Do you need to renew your birth control prescription? Want to switch your birth control? Maybe try it for the first time. Whether you know the brand you want or you're looking for help finding the best option, the Pill Club medical team has your back. With the Pill Club, you'll never have to make a trip to the doctor or wait in line at the pharmacy. The Pill Club is a birth control subscription prescribed by a medical professional and delivered straight to your door for free in discreet packaging. The Pill Club carries over 120 FDA-approved brands. Most brands of birth control are free with insurance or Medicaid. Otherwise, prices start as low as $7 per month without insurance. Right now, when you go to thepillclub.com/unqualified, the Pill Club is offering a $10 donation to bedsider.org for every unqualified listener who becomes a patient. Your donation will help low-income individuals get access to birth control through bedsider.org. That's thepillclub.com/unqualified to get your first birth control care package. That's thepillclub.com/unqualified to get your first birth control care package and donate to help more women in need of affordable birth control. Remember, thepillclub.com/unqualified. You must use the link to make a donation.
She was so cute.
Deal breakers.
Okay.
Okay. He sleeps with his eyes open.
Deal breaker. Absolutely.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So creepy.
But are you sleeping?
How much do I care about this person?
A lot.
Is he seeing through his eyes?
Nope. No, I don't know if you're a restless sleeper or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I'm kind of restless and I like a deep sleeper next to me. So that's a no. It's a deal breaker. Like, no for him. No.
Okay.
Right swipe.
He chews gum during sex.
I'm okay with that, actually, randomly. Has good breath.
Love that.
He has good breath. Like, I'm not focused on that.
Are you like getting taken from behind?
I'm just saying, I'm not like staring at his mouth. I'm not being like, but
what if it's like what if it's like a I don't know.
If he's blowing bubbles, like hard no.
Yeah, what if it's like Bubba Yum or something?
Okay,
is that what it's called?
Okay,
Bubble Yum?
Deal breaker. But if it's like a trident,
but let's just
Orbit.
say he's hovering over you, missionary style. Jump, jump, jump. I love you, fucking babe. I love you so much.
honestly,
You're so
doesn't bother me that much.
I love that.
I don't know why.
No, I love it.
Maybe it should, but it just doesn't, man.
I would have maybe done the reverse.
Oh, really?
I don't mind the eyes open.
Ooh, that's not for me.
I know.
That's creepy.
I just would be like, I'll just shut those peepers. But
Imagine like rolling over though and like being like, you up or not?
well, I'm also on Ambien all the time.
Right.
So it is like,
that earlier.
huh,
I forgot.
that's interesting.
Yeah, no, not for me. Chewing gum, I mean, you know, I said.
I'm fucking a weird fucking zombie. This is exciting.
Oof, Jesus.
But
Dark. My things are what kind of gum it is, no bubbles, and also like, can it not be like every time? Oh, you're setting the hard
Here's the
rules.
problem. He has ADD and he needs to concentrate.
So the chewing gum like gets him there.
Yeah. Well, and keeps him from ejaculating too early as well.
Yeah, use the gum. Do what you need to do.
But then what if when he's like, when he's like, oh, babe, I'm about to come. And he accidentally drops his gum
again, I'm not grossed out.
in your mouth.
I'm not grossed out.
I love that. I love it.
Oh yeah, like
Because I wouldn't be either. I love that. I love a good gum share.
Yeah, I like a spit share. So
Ooh, all right. Okay, he always wears a bathrobe around the house.
love that. Absolutely, please marry me. I love a bathrobe. I don't know why. I think it's like a man of leisure around the house.
Okay, but let's say, like, is there a bathrobe you could conceive of since you answered so quickly?
Well, my husband wears a bathrobe sometimes. So.
That would be a turn off?
I mean, listen, if you're a cute guy and you're in an old man's bathrobe, you get even cuter, I think.
I agree. I love a bathrobe.
Maybe
as well.
honestly, a silk robe might be a hard one for me to get behind. I'd be like,
I'm so with you.
yeah, like imagine him in like a green
A little
silk.
Hefner
Yeah, oof.
style.
Like, who do you think you are? Like with coffee or something?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or like the Wall Street Journal that he doesn't read.
Ew. Yeah. Ew. The silk on like a men's skin, that's not for me.
I love the idea of like somebody you're carrying around the Wall Street Journal without ever unwrapping it.
That's like so many people though.
It is a really boring read.
Yeah. It's not my favorite newspaper.
So our new sponsor is
The Wall Street
Journal. Yes, they love raunchy podcasts. Okay, he drives a minivan.
I'm okay with that as long as it has windows.
Oh, good.
Like a windowless van.
Yeah.
Van with windows. I'm okay. We can lay back, we can get in the back seat, you know. Could take the friends on trips.
So it's a Ford Astro van. Is that what it was? An Astro van.
It was what? I'm sorry, are we recalling some dark memories from the past?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a car that looks more like a boar than any other car I could imagine.
So I'm really bad with car stuff because I just don't care about.
It was 94, 95.
See, that was probably cute. Like now it'd be like, no.
I was embarrassed. My family had
really?
one. Full disclosure.
Okay.
It was embarrassing. And I'm sure it must have been embarrassing for my mom.
I've just never been a car person. Like I drive a Prius. Before this, I drove a Nissan Versa that I got when I was 18 and I like just got rid of it a year ago. Like I'm not a car person. Like I
know what we
wish.
could do.
Get me a car.
We could take that necklace of yours.
And switch it out. Nah.
We could just do a little trade.
That's the thing. Like I'd rather wear the value
know.
of a car around my neck.
And that's a really fucking great necklace.
Living my truth.
I'm going to talk to you about that later. Okay. He tells you he never texts and will only communicate through phone calls.
I'm in texting. I like iMessage. I actually, that new like feature on your iPhone where it tells you what screen time my messages was like.
How did I get that?
I did not ask for it.
I know.
No.
And what is
And I
it? Some
woke
kind
up
of
to a notification.
It's so counter fucking productive too on their end. What the fuck, man? Don't they want us to watch more screen?
I mean, it made me. I was like, "What is this? What's their motive?" I'm very, cynical about these things. I don't know. I'm not unsure.
Because it's like, of course, we feel like we're supposed to limit our screen time because that's what we've been told. But then it's like, oh, you're up like 15 hours this week.
Oh no!
Like,
I mean,
fuck you.
That's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of time, and a lot of time on iMessage. I don't know. It's like very interesting how much I iMessage.
But wait, so would you rather communicate through phone calls though?
I guess I could. It wouldn't be a deal breaker. It would be a real pain in the ass, but it wouldn't be a deal breaker. Yeah. I wouldn't.
I guess
love
it would depend on his neediness level, which
right?
I
Like
didn't
how many
fully-
calls am I getting a day? But also, like, I don't know. That's
lot.
the nice thing about iMessages is like you can just like drop a quick line, and be like thinking of you, little pic, a little, you know. How can we share pictures if he only wants to talk on the phone? Things I'm worried about.
Okay, he has a massive collection of Faberge eggs in his bedroom.
I'm gonna say that that's a deal breaker.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Something must be wrong with him. I think like he can drive the minivan, he can chew gum during sex, he can wear a old man's bathrobe, but if he has Faberge eggs in his bedroom, that's a very key part of it too. Like if it was like his mom's Faberge eggs and they were like in the kitchen in a cabinet and like he felt they were sentimental, but if they're like if I had to wake up to them, like no thanks.
All right, fair enough. Can we do a quick improv, then we'll get to calls?
Yeah.
All right. Do you mind doing a quick improv?
No, I'm down.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to do Aspen?
Yeah, we can do like a post ski, like a lodge in Aspen.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're sitting at the bar.
Okay.
Oh. Hey, what's up? Is anyone sitting here?
No. Please take a seat.
Cool, thank you.
It's good out there, huh? Today.
Oh yeah. Fuck, the powder was fucking fresh, man. It was so
You
fucking fresh.
you shred? You ski?
No, I fucking do both.
Yeah,
truly,
I could tell.
but, yeah. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, hang on one sec. Yo, man.
What can I get you?
Yeah, I want a fucking Macallan 12.
Absolutely.
Rocks, yeah.
Do you have a card? I can keep it open.
Yeah.
Great, thanks.
Of course, man. Of course, I got a card. Platinum right here.
What drink is that there that you ordered?
I'm sorry, I just got to check this text really quick. Yeah, but
No, chill.
fuck yeah,
That's
Fuck
chill.
yeah. That's
Do your
cool.
thing.
That's cool. No, Macallan 12. If you had one.
Nah. That's why I was asking.
Oh my god. Hey, dude, 2.
Yes. Would you like a Macallan 12 as well?
Why the
You
fuck
gotta
not?
try it. You gotta try it.
Yeah.
After like fucking shredding all day, man.
Yeah, when we shred,
Yeah. Anyway, what's up? I'm Chad.
Sweet. I'm Derek.
That's cool.
Where are you from, Chad?
Well, where am I from, or where do I live now?
Both. We got time.
I'm from Phoenix, but now I live in Silicon South.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You in that tech shit?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You got like an app or some shit?
Yeah, I do.
Whoa, what's your app?
Tit look.
Sorry, man. That was weird.
It's a little dare.
I think I had too much, snow to the
wait
face today.
Wait till you have a little Macallan.
Yeah, giggle
yeah.
comes out sometimes.
Yeah,
Sorry
I got
about that.
yeah. I started that out.
Tit what?
Tit look.
Tit look.
Yeah.
I don't know that one. What's the science behind that?
Basically, the premise is like you see like girls' tits.
And any girl, yeah.
Yeah. Girls apply. They just show their tits. If they want to show their face, they can do a special application process. But anyway, you either swipe right, swipe left, or whatever. Like you just get to like it's
at
all about
tits.
fucking cutting to the chase. It's like all these dating apps are like, it's all about like The fucking it was like whatever. It's all
Man,
this
I gotta
fucking
get
bullshit.
on there. How do I have to apply to?
Yeah, it's
All
easy.
right.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's on your application board?
My application, but I mean, it's pretty, it's me and like some of my buddies. I think they're around here somewhere, whatever. But anyway, we've raised a lot of capital.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be like really, really honored to be a part of that. I mean, the tech sounds insane behind that. I mean, such a crazy time we're living in. Honestly, what a gift.
You mean to like humanity?
Oh, just like all the apps and shit. I mean, like, I hear about this kind of shit a lot.
Like
and I'm just like,
tits they're the fucking genesis of like people are like, oh, it's fucking sexist or whatever. Like the blowback has been like, oh, well, fucking blow me or whatever. But it's truly like this is like what humanity's about. Like we're nursed and nurtured from beautiful fucking tits.
Yeah, and like want to return to that natural state for sure, brah.
No, not natural. No. We accept all kinds.
Oh no, I'm just saying like my natural instincts, you know. I could be Derek forever. I might slide into
Derek. Man. I don't know. Look, what do you do?
I'm not working right now.
That's cool.
But like my dad, he owns a house out here, so
that's cool.
I come out like once a year.
Up on Mountain Ridge.
Yeah. You come out here a lot, huh?
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, I know everybody around here.
Sick. Yeah, I love it out here. It's sick. Like my dad, I don't really see him that much, and like now that I'm older, like he
that fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
It's chill. I mean, I get to come out here once a year,
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So are you into tits or pussy? What do you like better?
I guess.
Or ass. You could say that too.
I guess tits, but like.
Do you like a blonde, brunette, tits?
I don't really think of that those ways.
Are you into like natural?
Nah.
Yeah. Me too.
I really would love to see the app though.
I want to do like a support system for girls with fake tits. To like when they feel self-conscious, like oh I like cheated, and it's like no, fuck, you didn't cheat, you won.
Yeah, I feel that way too. You're winning. Like you're winning.
Full disclosure, I have fake tits.
Oh, you won.
Wait, I can't break character.
It's
fuck.
Cool. What the fuck,
Yeah.
Chad? What about your tits? What?
No.
Sorry, I just fell into a K-hole there
It's just
for a
like
second.
it's like embrace the race, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's like it's not about how you get to the finish line. It's just about what's there.
That's right.
Yeah, that you got there.
Do you remember that story about that woman that joined the New York Marathon like at mile, fucking 25, and then she won?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone was like, "Ooh, good for you!" And she was like, "Yeah," and it was like. And then they found out or whatever. But it was like, yeah, she fucking won on one element, It was like she was fucking innovative.
Yeah, dude.
That's how we view our company.
I mean, that's
Look. Yeah, sorry, Derek. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, no. It's chill. Like, I just feel like, that's.
So what do you want to do with your life?
I mean, I'd be pretty down to like work for your app. I mean, if you're taking applications, I don't know.
I'm totally taking applications for my fucking app, man.
Because like, I don't know. That's what I love about this place.
I have another app called Apps for the Apps. But I gotta tell you something, Derek. I see promise and future in you.
Thank you.
I don't know why
I've never heard from my father.
Vibe I get.
That's all I've ever wanted to hear from another man.
Derek, here's the thing though. Are you like ass or tits? You never answer the question.
Oh, tits, I guess.
Tits, you guess, man? You gotta be fucking definitive on this shit. If you're gonna come work for Tit Look,
all right,
you gotta be fucking definitive.
Don't forget how I said that.
We are developing Ass Look.
Ass is kind of the like new generation, but I'm like old fashioned in that way,
It's like that's millennial. That's cool. Ass Look.
Yeah, that's like the new shit,
Oh God.
This is an accurate depiction of. I'm trying to do I know two dudes that would talk like this? I might.
Listen, I grew up in Southern California.
Yeah,
I know a lot of dudes who talk like this.
Fuck yeah.
Would they be excited about an app called Tit Look?
What do you mean would they be excited about it? Of course everyone's gonna be fucking excited about its tit look.
If you like the tits, you match up. How does it work?
Oh, it's easy. It's like, so if you like the tits, then you have to disclose your income.
Wow. That is fire. Honestly, this is an amazing app.
So the better quality the tits, the higher income level you need to be. Is that how?
Because it's all about personal taste, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
There's so many. There's such a variety.
I don't know. Sometimes people like natural. Like sometimes people like one up, one down. Sometimes people like
One up, one down.
I don't know. Like listen, to each his own, man. I don't
crazy
fucking
discussion.
judge, Derek. I don't fucking judge. It's truly just to each his
You're a
own.
master. You're like a PhD of
Fuck yeah,
tittle.
Dr. Tits. Yeah.
Oh, you have a doctorate in
Yeah.
What was the name of your dissertation?
Sort of a young male's mammary obsession, mammary gland obsession, you know, and it was like, is this are we tapping into like a return to the womb where we're all protected, you know? And like we don't actually have to like fucking work or shit like that or be an adult or anything. And is that what is like is that the undercurrent of a mammary gland obsession?
You know what I like about the app is that like even if you don't have money, you might not actually get to meet the girls, but you get to look at their tits.
The great thing about the ass,
Which is tight.
though, the ass is all about the opposite, you know? It's not a return to like your like safety. The ass.
Where are we going?
Sorry, Emily.
Why does the ass have to be a separate app? Why can't you just incorporate ass look into tit look and you can choose tit or ass? Why does it have to be
First
two
of all,
separate
you're a
apps?
fucking
Gotta download
bartender,
both.
dude. But I do want to hear your opinion. Don't you think most dudes like are sort of ass or like tit men?
On one app, whatever the look is, I'd like to be able to choose tit or ass. I don't have to. Why should I download another app for ass?
$199 is extra
Because it's
capital.
a fucking shit ton of asses, man.
It's the genius
That's right.
behind
Okay, you're right. You sold me.
Chad's dream. Chad has a
Ass
plan.
is like study abroad, dude. Tits are like safe at home. What the fuck am I talking about?
This is a real idea.
I know, right?
I know.
I
It
mean,
is-
there's definitely some dudes who've thought about this one before. Like 100%.
Emily, I feel like it was an original idea.
Oh, sorry. I'm
That
very
you just
sorry.
shat upon.
I think it was like they were in Aspen. This like whole scenario like happened exactly.
I'm sure they've thought about the individual aspects,
but not a thorough plan.
but
not like
they're-
Chad's.
but not like an actual money
Not
making.
like Chad's.
Don't you disparage Chad? He's a little genius.
Is this for me?
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
you know about the second part of the show. What we do is we talk to our listeners. We need relationship advice mostly. Okay, so we're gonna call Marie first. Marie is in Alabama and she's 26.
But Sim,
Yes.
here is a gift you could give to me,
Yes.
just for sure enjoyment. Would you please say Emily's name?
Emily Ratajkowski.
Okay.
That was
Easy.
I know. I thought because.
Hello?
Hi, Marie.
Marie.
How are you? It's Anna.
We have Emily Ratajkowski here as well.
Hi, Marie.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Hi, how are you?
So
Hello.
Marie,
Hi,
tell us.
how's everybody?
We're doing well.
Having
We're
fun.
doing real well. We came up with an app.
Tit look, ass look.
But tell us what's going on with this wonderful man of yours that you've been with for 6 years.
A wonderful man. He is a wonderful man. I love him. I've been with him for about 6 years. 6 years in February, actually. We're not engaged. We're not living together, nor have we lived together. We have no children. I'm about 26, soon to be 27, and he's 30. I'm originally actually from Michigan, and now I live in Alabama. And he's from Alabama, and so is his family and all of his family. And so I moved here about 5-ish years ago, and his parents are very by the book, I guess you could say. And I'm not, I guess, quite used to it because it really is the Bible Belt down here in Alabama. And Southern hospitality is a thing too, and I love that. It's great. And he just bought a house last week, which is great. I am happy for him, and I already told him this. I'm very happy, but I guess I could say I'm a little bitter about it because he told me that I couldn't move in right away with him. And I guess it just kind of hurt my feelings a little bit because, 6 years to me is at least a long time, Speaking in friends terms, and because I'm not trying to bash my boyfriend, I love him. But he's like my lobster. I don't know if you guys, of course, you've probably seen that show, right? So, and I know one of Anna was on it, right? But he is my lobster, and I would do anything for him, I'll wait for him however long I have to. My feelings are just a little hurt, and we've talked about marriage. It's definitely something that we both want to do, and I told him I want my first kid before I'm 30. And that timeline just isn't really looking so good right now.
It's so reasonable, of course, for you to ask, not to ask, but to talk about exactly where your future is going. And if he doesn't understand that, that's frustrating. I wonder what his hesitancy is. Is he?
Because if it's important to you and it makes you happy, then why would that anything in his life trump that? I guess.
And do you guys have income disparity? You don't have to disclose anything, but if there is, that may be some kind of a clue, or not a clue, but I hate to use those terms. Or do you get along well with his parents?
Is there anything that,
I do. I really do. And I love them. I just don't see them as much. I try every now and then to go to church with them, and I'm not used to that being from Michigan. I wasn't raised that way. And then they started expecting me to go, and not that this is bad at all, but I just didn't want to be expected to be anywhere.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. So I kind of stopped going, but I also work a lot. So.
But what do you think your boyfriend's hesitancy is in taking that next step with you?
We talked a while back, and he did say at one point in time that he was comfortable, I guess, which is, fine. I'm comfortable too. I've gained a little weight here and there, so I am comfortable myself. But I'm just ready for that next step.
Do you? Well, of course you are.
Yeah, you guys. You also started dating when you were 20, right?
We want to know where, we want to know how to fucking figure out the future. And there's everything is very reasonable about that. Can I ask you something? Are your boyfriends is the mother, and did you say stepfather or father? Do they get along? What's their relationship like?
Oh yeah, they get along very well. They actually all work together.
Wow.
So they own their own business. So parents are. I'm gonna see them all the time. So that's a bad thing.
Can I? You don't have to really answer yes or no, but is your boyfriend very close to your mother, and do you think your mother is very possessive over your boyfriend? And is
very
that
close to his mother? Or
yeah, is there a possessiveness level there? You know what I mean?
To his mom, mom and him.
Yeah.
I think so, but I don't think it's horrible. But I do think there is a little bit there. She did pack his bag one time when we went on a trip.
Oh yeah, and I was just that's a red flag.
Goodness. No, and it's not bad. He really is a great guy.
Well, no.
I think it's just, I think what you're saying is that it's completely reasonable for you to be asking this question, and especially as he's moving forward in his life, doing things like buying a house and stuff, and you're wanting to make plans to build a family, and that marriage is a step along the way to building that family. I think that it's totally reasonable to be listen, do you want this or not? And if you do want it, when do you want it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've mentioned that.
When you expressed to him that you were hurt that you're not being invited to the house that he's buying, what did he say to that? Besides giving the whole comfort angle as an excuse, the house thing's a big deal.
It is. I know. And it's a great house. Oh my goodness. I love it. I can't wait to move in. It's great. He at first said not right away. I hope he said, what did he say? He goes, I figured you wouldn't move in right away. And he's doing it because of his parents. He doesn't want to disrespect them and their wishes.
Is this for religious reasons? This is for religious reasons?
Yeah. Yeah. So then he could tell I got hurt, and he said, well, when we get engaged. But then I'm just like, well, what's going on?
So, wait,
why can't we just get engaged?
6 years is a long time.
Do his parents know about the miscarriage?
Yes, we did tell them that. I wish we would have waited because it was sooner. It was around 8 weeks. And so we did end up telling them, and then it happened, and they do know about it. They weren't exactly happy, but they weren't upset either because it would have been their first grandchild. So I think they were excited, but at the same time, they wished it was.
And you think they would be really angry with your boyfriend if you guys moved in together?
I think he thinks so.
I think for whatever reason he's hesitating, because a man would say, especially if he just bought his own house, he would say, like, move in with me, and let's like hold off on marriage for financial reasons or whatever other reasons there would be. But God, it feels like I'm the bearer of bad news a little bit, but I don't know if I'm right at all.
I don't know if you're right.
I don't know if I'm right at all.
I think he's hesitating, but I think that there needs to be a way that she can just express to him clearly that this needs to happen for her. If he doesn't have a plan, he's giving you no timeline, right?
Yeah, no.
He hasn't said, I'm going to live here for a year, and then I'm going to propose to you. I'm going to save up some money, buy a ring, whatever, and then do that. He didn't give you any kind of timeline at all. He just bought the house, and he said, I'm comfortable. Those were his words, pretty much?
In a sense, yes.
Well, it sounds like he's looking out for himself. I mean, he's buying a house. He's like, making plans in his own life. Like, I think you also have to look out for yourself. And like, if things that you, like, if he wanted to buy a house at the age of 26 or 20, or you said he's 30, right? So he wanted to do that. If you want a family by 30, you should be with someone who wants the same thing as you, And that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And I think that if you tell him, sort of in an upfront way.
This is an ultimatum conversation, Anna. What you both are describing sounds a little bit like an ultimatum conversation.
No, it's
you
just
might be right,
honest.
but it
What
is,
is she
but it
supposed to
is
do?
like,
Not
but listen,
have that conversation?
what it is this. It's that I love you so much, and I want to know where our future is headed. Mm-hmm. And right now it feels kind of unclear to me. And will you and you don't have to answer me right now, but I want to know, in the next few weeks, or it's really important to me to know if I belong here with you in this community, being with you, because it's important for me to get married and to have children in the next few years. So sit on this and please, we don't have to, I'm not going to press you right now for an answer, but I really need to know, in the next couple months, where your head is at. Mm-hmm. And please, tell me, let's go out to dinner in a couple months, and please, give me an answer of what you think. If you don't see yourself getting married to me, getting married at all, having kids, I just need to know. Mm-hmm. Because she does. Yeah. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so smart. Oh, but no, I'm not. I'm so fucking foolish.
I just think it's just you got to take care of yourself. And the truth is about relationships is you have to communicate, and you need to communicate your needs and wants, and it's your life, It's as simple as that. And that's not an ultimatum. That's just being honest with your partner about what you want.
And if you are close to his,
do him an ultimatum.
No, don't. And you don't have to.
It's not that.
You don't have to.
He thought so a while back.
You're just communicating. You just need to
and you're just asking him to communicate back with you. Yeah. And truly, though, if you are, I don't know what your relationship to his parents are, but if you do feel close to his mom or somebody in his family, I would just express the same thing. Look, I'm having a hard time communicating. These are things that I want. Things can be communicated without confrontational tone. Mm-hmm. Oh God. Oh.
Will you let us know what happens,
yes,
please, Marie?
Please. I hope.
Email me afterwards, and please update us.
Oh yeah, I'll email y'all a ring whenever he decides to
give one to me. And I want you to be happy, and we love you, and thank you so much for doing
Marie.
this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank
Bye.
you.
Good luck.
Please be
I'm
in
so excited
touch.
to be on this phone call with you.
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Aw.
Bye.
Bye, love.
All right. So now it looks like we're calling Beth, and she's in Iowa. and she's 27.
Oh, that was a tough one. That's a tough. The deceptively simple ones are so tough.
I know. You handled that well. That was perfect. The advice was right.
Hello?
Beth, hi.
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing really well.
Hi, it's Anna.
Hi, it's Emily.
Emily Ratajkowski is here.
Oh, Simba's bragging.
Hi, Emily. Hi, Anna.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, of course.
So tell us what's going on with your mom.
Yeah, I've never really been super close with my mom, but I really don't have any reason not to be. When I moved out to go to college, I never came back really. When I do see my mom, it's usually just for family get-togethers. We don't go out of our way to text or call each other much, and I kind of dread calling my mom to share anything in my life. I don't know why. I don't know if I feel like I'm judged by her or disappoint her in any way, which I have no reason to feel that. But when I hang out with her, we don't really have anything in common, so it's very awkward. So I'm just jealous of girls who are close with their moms, and they say when you get older, your relationship with your mom turns more into a friendship, and that just hasn't been my case. And I just don't want to wait until I'm like old and she's sick or something to wish I had tried to get closer with my mom.
Did your mom make you want to feel strong? Was your mom always like enforcing the idea of kind of independence and never depend on a man? What was sort of the early messaging that your mom gave you?
You know, she really just let me do my own thing. I don't think she ever enforced anything strongly either way, but she was very hands-off kind of parent in a way. So I was very independent always. She was in the military. It's not like she was deployed or anything, but she worked a lot of weekends. She was gone a lot. So I don't know if that has anything to do with that, but
of course it hurts that you guys aren't close. But does she try to reach out to you, and are you resistant to getting back to her, or do you try to reach out to her and she's resistant on getting back to you, or is it like a mutual distance?
I think it's kind of twofold, where when she does reach out, which can be rare, I feel like it's only when something big happens, I am hesitant to respond, and I don't know why. But I'm usually the one that would be the one to initiate, like, hey, let's go get brunch. I haven't seen you in ages.
Do you have sisters?
No, I have two brothers, and I'm the middle child.
And are your brothers close to her, or
closer than I am, I would say.
And are you close to your dad, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, closer to my dad.
Yeah. Have your brothers or your dad like given any insights into what they think could either make you guys closer, or what's going on between you and your mom?
Well, it's nothing we've ever discussed, or it's really known that I've had these concerns, really. Like my husband's dad passed away last year. And so it's just been more on my mind, like why I don't want to wait until she's sick and then wish I had gotten closer with her when I was younger now than, when something big happens. And then I try to savor every moment I can at that point.
Okay, so first of all, you are not abnormal at all. I think that so many daughters, for numerous reasons, feel distant from their mothers. And that's a whole other conversation, but truly you are not, it's not abnormal. What would you think about writing her a letter and being honest? Like, I want to feel close to you, and nothing resentful, but just simply like, I'm not quite sure how to do it.
No, you're so right. I mean, when I was younger and there was topics I couldn't figure out how to bring up with my parents, I would literally write them letters, because that's really the only safe way I know how to do that, I guess.
But now that you're gone too, she's going to hear it more, I think. It'll resonate with her a little bit differently because you're gone, and I know that she misses you. I mean, you came out of her body. It's like there's always that attachment, and so she'll if you write her a sweet, simple letter that has no antagonistic qualities in it, your answer will be provided. If she doesn't respond, then that means that you don't pursue it again for a while or whatever. But if she does respond, and depending on how she responds, then that means maybe something in both of you could be healed. You are so not alone. It's so funny. I talk about, well, like, I only have 2 friends. Emily is right here. She doesn't know it yet.
Best friends forever.
I'm just going to put a burlap sack over her head and
never seen
put her
again.
in my trunk. Don't worry,
I'll
everybody.
be living in Anna Faris's house for the next 100 years.
I think like, I don't know. It feels very common, especially for daughters to struggle with their mothers, especially like what you said that was very revealing. That was your mom was in the military. It was important for her because she felt strong and independent. I'm sure. I don't know, but that she raised a strong, independent daughter, and now probably feels kind of vulnerable that you left and misses you, but doesn't know how to maybe communicate. You know, people aren't always taught like great avenues of communication, and that's something that has to be sort of nurtured. And what fucking sucks is that usually it's on the person that it shouldn't be on.
Yeah,
to
unfortunately,
open
it's
those
on
avenues.
you to like come to her.
Yeah. But it could be incredibly rewarding, and there's nothing, no harm, no foul with writing
trying.
her a heartfelt, loving letter. And I would mention the things you admire about her, being a strong person in the military. That's fucking incredible. I swear too much, but
No, you don't.
but will you let us know? Is that helpful at all?
That really is, because I couldn't think of any way to like approach it. And when you said write a letter, I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly what I used to do. Why wouldn't I do that now?
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh God.
Keep in touch with us, please.
Keep in touch. I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of response from people who have been in this situation. And I love you. Thank you so much for sharing your vulnerability. This is like, oh God, I've at times felt distant with my mom, but we're really tight. It's just sometimes I don't know how much we always have in common because I like to fucking swear.
Thank you so much, Beth.
So nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Beth.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you so
please,
much.
please be in touch. I love you.
Yeah, thank you. Love you too.
Bye.
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 Emily,
Oh, she's so sweet.
thank you so much for being here.
Oh my God, it was such a pleasure. You guys are the best. Such a good vibe.
Thank you so much. We had so much fun.
Yeah, so much fun.
So Welcome Home is in theaters November 16th.
Yep.
Aaron
Check
Paul.
it out. Aaron Paul, Emily
For a
Ratajkowski.
second, I actually thought when you said welcome home, like welcome home to my dressing room, like Emily would be living here forever. And I
love that you don't want to let me
happy.
go. It's making me
No,
feel really
I
good.
don't.
I mean, you have like all kinds of snacks in here to lure me in.
I know.
There's like
see
some
that cake?
cool makeup and like.
Thank you. And
Thank you so much.
congratulations.
Thank
Will you
you.
please be in touch?
Yes, for sure.
And thank
It's
you so
awesome
much
what
for
guys
your
are doing
necklace.
here. Thanks, guys.